That's totally okay. I figured
Printer error.
we should have started the recording just a few minutes ago, but
It did.
guys, if you have not done the Super Bowl squares, um, I highly encourage you to do it. It's not too late. I was visiting with the director yesterday who said she actually starts hers 2 weeks before every year. She doesn't start hers um, right after Christmas, like we talked about before. So whenever I have done it where I had 1 week left and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do this new thing. I want to try it out. Guys, within that week, it was $1,000. So
So,
that was some
yeah.
great money.
And I know somebody who taught on this said, let people pick, but I'm like, oh my, I just put them in different squares. I don't put them their name all the way across so they have more chances. I
Well, they
Not
spread it,
only
I
not
spread
only
him
that,
out.
not only that, it's not labeled 0 through 9 or 1 to 9 and then zero. So that people who are used to like, well, I want to pick because I think I know what the score is going to be. Well, the scores across, Cynthia, can you hold that up and show where you're putting the scores? Because those are random. Oh, did we lose her?
Yeah,
What?
my
Oh, there we go.
There we are.
my internet is unstable. So
Okay.
uh,
So I didn't get time to put this next picture up. We still have this one, but you guys, I have a photo I will put in our Boxer and in our Facebook groups of the sash you can earn, the little bag, the crossbody, because I ran into Cherie and she modeled it for us so I could take pictures. So you guys are gonna love it. It's really cool and way bigger than I thought it was.
it's really big.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
really, really big. So I saw Cherie. I saw that picture. So
Yes. I
yeah.
think I actually do have that one photo. If you guys are like, you haven't put it up and I want to see, if you go to my Facebook, I did a post where I had photos with a bunch of my director friends. So that might have been where you see, I don't know. Okay. Cynthia, you want to finish explaining the rest of this part?
Yes, so if you do a 600 wholesale for 4 months from January through June 30th, then you get standing recognition at seminar. If you do $600 wholesale for 5 months, then you get a sash and standing recognition at seminar. And then if you do it 6 months, which is every single month, January through June, then you get um the sash, the purse, and on stage recognition. So
wow.
yeah. So and it's fun to walk across stage. Okay, so if you're doing the new 30%, just know, I don't know if
Do
Mary
you,
wants me to
I'll,
say this, but
uh,
you don't save that much money.
okay,
So
let me read what was shared to Cynthia and Anna and I and all this. This came from another director with this picture. Okay, she said, ladies, I cannot stress this enough. To attain active status, be sure that your retail order total comes to 450 retail. See down here, retail was 322. If you are not active when you place your order, it automatically figures the 30% discount instead of the 50% discount. And so this person paid $225.40 was her wholesale cost, but she only got $322.50 in retail products. And if she would have noticed this, she would have gotten more than $100 additionally free in essence, because this consultant, I think I said customer, this consultant ordered for herself. She went on In Touch and placed this order, right? But she chose $322 in products and paid $225. She could have chosen $450 in products and only paid $225. So
and if oh, go ahead.
many times I've shared with people when they're like, "Oh my gosh, Mary, I'm up to $300 in my cart, and it still says that I'm going to pay 350." That old time where we would say, "Okay, keep adding until you have over 450," and then all of a sudden that 450 will go to 225. So now, because of the 30% discount, whenever you're over 100 retail and not active, you're going to see it showing a difference. But take note, because she lost out on almost $130 in free products in essence.
So, and if you're doing the 30%, just know that you have to order at least $100 to get
Yes.
the 30%.
Now,
So,
if your customer is ordering on your My Shop, it does not have to be $100. You're going to get 30% profit no matter
mhm.
what the amount. But on In Touch, when you're placing an order, it does have to be $100 retail.
And they still send us a message when the customer orders so that we can check on it and follow up.
You still get your emails. You
Okay.
cannot follow up if it is a guest checkout. And I highly recommend, I can show this in just a minute when we're done with this screen. I highly recommend when your consultant, let me just go back to this one just because it's my brain. When your customer is checking out, and we did give Mary Kay a lot of feedback, they have a lot of things to sift through. Um, I think I'm just going to stop screen share. Okay, that way I can physically see you guys. Okay, so at leadership, we did a ton of, I spent a lot of time at the booth about the My Shop. Asked lots of questions because I know lots of consultants have lots of questions. I am super excited about My Shop, even more now. Okay. But there are little tweaks and things that they're going to work on. And one of them is when your customer is checking out at the bottom of the screen during checkout, there's two little things that they can check mark. One is a requirement. You got to check that you accept terms and conditions in order to place an order. That's no matter where you're ordering, right? So the other one is one about sharing their information with us.
Uh-huh.
And we've requested that they maybe change the verbiage, maybe put it at the beginning and say, yes, I want my consultant to know, because it can be a little confusing to some the way they see it, the way it's written. It's in legal verbiage. It's not wrong the way it's written at all, but it could be more user friendly. And so I look forward to seeing that change so that customers don't get confused. Because if they do get confused and they don't either check or non-check it accordingly, then TK, you're not going to get that customer information because it's hidden from us. And it's a privacy thing. It's a legality that Mary Kay has to follow, because when I'm ordering online, sometimes I don't want that person to know who I am because I don't want to be contacted by them and such, right? And so Mary
Mhm.
Kay has to follow the Federal Trade Commission laws and different online e-commerce laws and things. So they're being cautious on their side. And we just recommended, and there was a ton of people that recommended it. And Mary Kay was excited to think about that type of a verbiage. So I do look forward to seeing that verbiage changed. I seen a postcard that somebody created last night, and I can find it and put it back in our Voxer in our groups, that you could recreate one like your for yourself. But in essence, she was saying there's a lot of changes. So I'm going to be calling each and every one of you. Please look forward to my call. Please take, she had her phone number on the postcard because she's like, I'm going to be calling and explaining it to you. That way, when you're placing an order, we make sure that I can get the information, because if you don't do it in a certain way, Mary Kay is not legally allowed to share that information with us as consultants. Does that make sense? I see some head
That makes
shaking.
sense.
Does anybody have any questions? Okay. I am super excited about everything. Like I said, even more so than before leadership. But Mary Kay is awesome, you guys. They listened to our feedback, and we had lots of questions, lots of concerns, because this is a huge change. Ryan Rogers said, you know what? We threw everything and the kitchen sink at you guys last year. We had a lot of changes. And so we've done wonderful, figuring them out and working through them. And our feedback is imperative for them to give us the best ability for our customers. So I'm super excited about that. But if we don't have questions, I'll go back to screen sharing the last ones. Are we good? Turn
Yeah.
off my, okay. I'm going to turn off my thing. That way I just figure it's best for my screen. There we go. One more. Okay. There we go, Cynthia.
Okay. And then the items sold. So You definitely want to write this down because it is really interesting how much you sell, and you're probably going to be surprised at how much you sell.
A track
So,
number grows.
mm-hmm. So Mary Catherine always had us do this. And so
Yes.
we're getting back to it because it does make a difference. When you see it and you write it, then use 40 muscles when you write. So it's really important to write things down. So I know everyone uses their phone. I was at an appointment yesterday, and the two girls were like putting the date in their calendar on their phone. And I'm like, I am so old school. I have my calendar with me all the time and write in my calendar. So, but then I told them you use 40 muscles when you write, and that helps you remember. Not that I always remember, but it helps. So
Yes.
write it down, and you get prizes from us if you turn it in. When you turn it in, we're going to be positive. So, oh,
Yes.
Terry said she writes everything down.
Oh,
So,
good. Good. Mary Kay
bingo.
Ash always said the faintest ink is better than the most retentive memory.
Yes. So, and then bingo, you have to look on
In touch.
In Touch because I
Yeah, this
think
is
we're
not this is we're in week 3 and this is still the original image, but on In Touch every Monday they come out with a new one that gives us 2 little boards. The goal is to pink out and it's an on your honor system. So
so
check In Touch.
okay. And then this is our prize for you guys to get a buzz kit like we get as directors with the new product and explanation of the new product and the new catalog. So when you sell 2,000 wholesale this month, you'll get 5 new products plus a section one surprise. Then when you sell 1,000 wholesale, you get 4 new products from us. The unit achiever kit is 700 wholesale, and you get 2 new products and 1 returning product. Then the power up kit is 600 wholesale, and you get 1 new product and 1 returning product. And the basic kit is $500 wholesale, and you get 1 returning product. And then the mini buzz kit is $350 wholesale. You get the new catalog and samples. So, and we already have one person that's done that. Let's
We
see.
actually have a few because the Believe unit has a few and we've got a couple that are really close to that 350.
So, yeah, we do too. So, anyways, that's super fun because we love getting our buzz kits. So, we thought that we would, give that to you guys too.
And
So, and
ladies,
then,
we pay for our buzz kits, but you guys are getting yours free.
yeah.
And you are going to get really excited about these products that are in there and you'll get them. Our intent is that, of course, if you don't finish until the 31st, then we can't send it out till after close of month. But our intent is if for those of you who do the 2,000 wholesale and we know it before the end of the month, we're going to time it out so that the box hopefully arrives to you on like February 1st or 2nd, so that when the company announces what the products are and you can see the pictures, you'll be receiving them in your hands to be able to touch, feel, test, demo, and get pre-orders because I mean, everybody's going to be taking pre-orders anyways, but getting more pre-orders.
So, and then we've got the monthly IPA sheet. So, that helps you track your activities.
And this
And
is
we
in the bot or in our Boss Babes video. This is the one they're talking about all the time.
So, and we have that in our Voxer group. So if you're not on Voxer, you want to download Voxer and get in our Voxer group because it has a lot of information. And I'll post it on our team page too. I think I did already, but I'll post it again.
Yep.
So I think mine looks different. So, and then our next event is February 10th, and it's Fun Friends and First Looks. So that is for your customer. That's our customer event that we do once a month, and you can mark your calendar. It's always the second Tuesday of the month. So, and the one in March is all about being green because it's St. Patrick's Day and how green our company is environmentally. So that'll be fun. But this one is the first one. So, okay. Then this is just
Well,
to help you guys.
yep. We always like to remind you guys the fortune is in the follow-up. You're only going to get, on average, 2% of sales contacts or sales are made off that first contact, when 80% is the 5th through the 12th. People are busy. We're driving when a text message comes in. We maybe accidentally open it and then we forget about it later. And if we do it, think of how much our customers also do it.
Yes. So, and then our Grow Challenge started November 1st and goes through February 28th. And you can earn these shoes. So 9 diamond calls to earn the jewelry set. 7 new customers or complete 20 faces. Obtain 20 new referrals. You and your team complete 4,000 wholesale if your team is if you have a team.
Yeah.
So that is the shoes.
Yep.
So then
So we have
I have
lots of announcements, but they are in Voxer. They are in our unit pages. So be sure to be checking back and do not ever hesitate to reach out to your director and say, hey, wait a minute. Am I remembering correct? I think I seen this, anything like that.
Okay, and Terry and Christina write everything down, and Alan P. I'm not sure who that is, but they love to track. So that's great. And I have no screen. So
Oh,
yeah. Anyways, like I said, my internet is unstable, so I don't know.
okay. Well,
I can't.
we still see you.
Oh, you do?
Now,
Oh, I
yep.
can't see you guys.
Oh, well, are we ready to share the Reco video?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
so speaking of technology glitches, my Spotify is not up, so we don't have music. So we're gonna, woohoo, and cheer everybody on as we play the video. And I don't yet have it in the video, but I want to give a shout out to Dorothy because she has a brand new team member. So
Yay!
yeah.
Okay, Mary, can you let Sandy in? Because I can't see the waiting room. I can't see anything.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Let
no.
me hang on. I'm gonna
Oh,
stop my
wait,
share for
maybe,
just a second.
maybe I can do it. Now I can see you guys. Okay.
Okay, can you let her in?
Yep.
Yep, she's in. Okay. I will go ahead and share my screen then.
Let me get my pom-pom out. Okay. Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday. Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday.
Yay for our December challenge achievers. More anniversaries,
Yay. More
birthdays,
birthdays
and anniversaries,
and birthdays.
and new team members,
Yay.
and red jackets, you guys. That's a pay increase. The Grow Achievers, Star Consultants. I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. It is a decision to get up and work your business and get to share. So, congratulations to each and every one of you.
Yes. Woo.
Way to go.
Yay. Oh, awesome.
And
Woo.
doing the preferred customer program, if you missed it, guys, we'll talk about that later on.
Woo.
Way to go.
Woo. Woo. For our star consultants.
Yes. All right.
Okay. There we go. So, and oh, Tammy asked a question. She wanted to know if the 225 wholesale was every month. It's every 3 months.
It's every three. So what it is, Tammy, is if you place your 225 wholesale today, you are active all of January, all of February, and all of March. And if during that time you do a cumulative 225, whether it's one big order of 225 or more, or a bunch of my shop orders or little orders that add up to over 225, say you do that in February. Now you're active February, March, and April. And then say you do that in March. Now you're active March, April, May. If you do it in May, you do May, June, July. So you're constantly just rolling over the month it is currently in and the following 2 months. Peggy, you don't need to be sorry about not being able to come off mute.
And Dorothy, I think is Alan P. Yes. Okay, Dorothy.
Yes.
Dorothy's a Ruby star.
Oh, yay! Congratulations, Dorothy. And Dorothy, if you will get me the picture of your new team member, we'll get one of the images made like we already had on the screen during our reco there to share that. Thank you.
Okay.
All right,
and then
guys, before we do our training, we forgot to say this earlier. We're going to have a challenge at the end of today that we're going to announce. So make sure to stay on at the end. We're going to try and make sure that we're wrapped up right at 10 o'clock, but make sure to stay on because we're going to have a challenge.
Okay, and then you're gonna do the recognition, Mary, for
Yes.
sales.
Yes. So let's run through this real quick, guys. If you can, if you're off camera, then raise your hand, do the little reaction. Who did sales? Let's do a sales count up. $100.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay!
$200. Yay!
Yay!
$300. $400. Congratulations. I see Laura's popped up too. Dorothy still got her hand up. $500.
Sandy Martinez.
Oh, okay. My screen is not showing me all that. There we go. $600.
Oh, Tracy did $300.
Congratulations, Tracy. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness. Dorothy, you got to come off mute and tell us how much you did and what you did, girl.
I did a really great week. $1,342.
Woohoo!
Yay!
All right. What was besides reorders, because you guys, I love that we have a consumable product. It gets washed down the drain every day, goes away, and people need to reorder it. But what else did you do?
I did one facial and then lots of just outgoing calls. What I've been doing lately is I have a box that I file my profiles after they've bought something, and then every couple of weeks I refile them with all my profiles. And that's helped me do follow-up, remind me to do my follow-up. So as I'm following up with those people and I'm filing them, I'll take a letter of the alphabet and just go through those. And anybody that hasn't ordered in a while, I'll either text, call, whatever the mode is for them. And I've been getting a lot more reorders that way, and then offering the monthly special as well. And then some of them I'm finding aren't interested anymore, and I take them off, or they've moved or whatever. And that helps me not spend money on sending stuff that they're not interested. So that's kind of been my method of operation lately, and it's helping me make sure I'm keeping in touch with everyone.
That's wonderful. I love it. I love it. And you guys, I seen a picture. Somebody in the royal family shared with me and Cynthia a couple of years ago. And Dorothy, you just reminded me of it. Her method of following up for the month was she took a calendar and she just wrote alphabet, all kind of mixed them all up. And whatever day it was, if it was the letter K, she's following up with her Ks. And maybe it was S and Z. And she mixed them up so it wasn't like just monotonous down the thing. And it also made sure if she started a day and then she dropped off, she never got to those at the end of the alphabet. So it really mixed it up. It gave her something to do. I think she did that like 4 or 5 days a week. You can do it however you want. And then she had a day of follow-up and a day of, day off. So I love it. Congratulations. All right. So how about sharing? How many shares did we do last week? I know Dorothy got a new team member. TK did shares. TK did one. Dorothy, how many did you do?
Just one.
Just one? Oh, so we've got a tie here, ladies. If we can come off mute real quick. I know that we were late getting started, so I want to make sure that we are mindful and able to get off at 10 and everybody gets to hear our challenge at the end. So tell us, how did you meet them and what did they say?
Go ahead, Dorothy.
Oh, I met my gal at a vendor event that I was doing about 6 months ago. And she came by and talked to me about the business opportunities. She had been a consultant way back in the 80s. She's in her 60s now. And I happened to have the little flyer displayed about the starter kit. And so I gave her that and talked to her. And then I followed it up a couple times and she wasn't ready yet. And then she came by to see me last week and said, I think I'm ready. So she was
Yay.
like ready to just sign something right there. And I said, why don't we set up a time to come over? And so she did like, I think a 300 wholesale order. And I told her about I always tell people, I know you're looking maybe personal use and a few friends, but I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about the specials you can get if you order more. And, no pressure, but I want you to be sure you're aware of it because 6 months down the road, I don't want you to be mad at me because I didn't tell you. So that's kind of how I approached that. But, this helped. I kind of treated her like a customer in a sense that she tried some product and we went on the computer and she had her computer and I explained different products that I thought she'd like. And she just moved to the area, so she doesn't have a lot of friends yet, but she's taken some classes. So I told her, you're going to meet people. You'd be surprised. So
She is, and she did a 300 wholesale. And during your first 4 months, she can earn those extra great start bonuses. So as she
yes,
meets people, she has the ability to have sales and then be able to earn even more freebies for Mary Kay.
yes.
Yes. Yep. All right, TK.
Um, I have a friend who was in when I was first starting my first time, and we stay in contact intermittently, and we just got back in contact again. Found out she hasn't been in and signed up for over a year and a half. And so I explained what the new my shop and bonus structures and commission structures are. And she's kind of interested, but not really sure right now. But we had a long talk about it. She asked a lot of questions, and I told her, well, if you're gonna consider doing this again, because she's a substitute teacher, so she gets moved all over and you know needs an in to talk to other teachers and things. I said, come with me to some meetings and see how our training is versus where she and I used to be before.
Mm-hmm.
She bonded with that person, but she hasn't stayed in contact with them. But our training is so much better, and our sisterhood is so much better than it was at the other location, with the other person. And so she said she'd think about it and she'd let me know. I said,
Awesome.
and I definitely want you on my team, if you're going to come back. And so we left it at that the other night, and we'll just keep the door open.
Yay. All right. How about bookings, guys? New bookings on our date book. Dorothy's
Oh.
got two. All right, guys, this has room for growth, room for money income for all of us. And we're going to be talking more about it. So, all right. And on target for star or is already finished star.
Everyone raise your hand.
Yeah, everybody should be raising their hand because you can be on target. You can wrap this up. We still have like 6 weeks, right? I didn't look at the calendar and count them out, but we've got a while, guys.
Yeah, 7 weeks.
7.
Oh, and
7 weeks.
Analia, she has one booking. So,
Yay!
and
And Tammy raised her hand. She's got a booking, or was that on Target for Star also?
I think on
Awesome.
Target for Star, right?
Awesome. Okay, did I miss any of the reco, Cynthia?
Deb messaged me and said her birthday is January 26th, I think. I'll have to go
Oh,
back.
happy birthday.
And she did, I don't think we recognized PCP.
No, we didn't recognize PCP. So who signed up for preferred customer program? Their catalogs are going to go to their customers. Fantastic, ladies. If you missed it though, you'll be able to send them the virtual link. So you'll definitely still be able to do that. You can order the section 2 catalogs and give them to customers as well. But that virtual link is fantastic. So
what day was that due?
oh,
That in
I want to say it was that one in December? We had one in November, I think, and one that I don't. It was like back to back that we had them. It was a little confusing as they've changed
okay,
changed
maybe
that
I
stuff around.
okay, thanks.
Yep. Your Anna will be able to tell you, Kim, for certain if you did get registered, because we can pull a report and look, or you can look in your reports.
Thanks.
And see. Yep, no problem. And when you do preferred customer program or you're a star, you guys, you get to order 5 days early, which is fantastic. I always, when I was in Oregon, I would stay up until 10 p.m. on the 9th because that was midnight, the 10th for Central. And then I could order, and my customers loved it. They were one of the very first orders to go out. So, all right. I think that's everything. And we can move on to our training, guys.
Make sure you have your packet.
Yep. Have your packet, take your notes, and I will screen share. If everybody wants to go off camera, that does help with the like streaming of the video to everybody.
Hello, my name is Davanne Moul, and I am a Senior National Sales Director with Mary Kay, coming to you from Ogallala, Nebraska. I have been enjoying my Mary Kay business for over 37 years, and I'm honored to say the least that I was chosen to be one of your speakers for this Boss Babe It's Time series. Thank you, Karen, for providing us with this opportunity for all of us around the world in Mary Kay to join together with an opportunity to allow Mary Kay in this historical time to make all of our dreams come true. It's time for all of us to let go of procrastination. It's time for all of us to quit waiting, to quit worrying. It's time for all of us to put action behind our dreams and go for it. I believe that with determination and perseverance mix, we are set up for an unlimited amount of success in 2026. I do believe that we're a part of a history-making moment in Mary Kay with the launch of the e-commerce My Shop opportunity, and the fact that we can continue to do our Mary Kay the old-fashioned way, in person with our family, friends, and new acquaintances that we get to make our friends, doing our Mary Kay in person. Karen is allowing me the opportunity to share with you a time in my Mary Kay business where I knew I had to make some changes. And I would like to share that story with you. For most of you, you don't know the fact that I said yes to Mary Kay 3 different times in the 80s. I actually said yes to Mary Kay in 1984, the first time, because my mom wanted me to become a part of Mary Kay. I said yes to Mary Kay in 1986 because my girlfriends wanted me to become a part of Mary Kay. And I said yes to Mary Kay again in 1988 because at that time I was working for a photographer and he wanted me to help with glamour shots. And so I said yes to Mary Kay in 1988. But I didn't realize that it was time for me to actually do my Mary Kay and actually work the business until late 1989, when I found myself at my kitchen table flat broke. Mick and I had only been married a year.
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. We tried other work management platforms, not naming names.
We were on the verge of bankruptcy, and he reminded me that I had that beautiful Mary Kay pink kit in my closet, and that maybe, just maybe, if I did Mary Kay and put some effort behind it, it would work. And I thought to myself, I'll give it a try. And we were also in the process of moving from the Black Hills of South Dakota to Nebraska. And I would be moving from South Dakota to Nebraska in 4 months. So when I made that decision that it was time, I made the decision to do 100 practice models before we would move to Nebraska. I thought to myself, I'll just go to night school. I pretended that Mary Kay was my university, and I started doing models. I would do them in groups of sometimes 3, sometimes 2, sometimes 6 at a time. I was working another full-time job, so I did this in the evenings and on weekends. But I just wanted to find out if this Mary Kay thing could really work. So I started in September, and I did 25 faces in September, just practicing on close family and friends. In October, in November, and December. And this is what happened. At the end of that 4th month, at that time, I was able to earn my Mary Kay career card and go on to become a sales director in 4 short months. And now, in today's time, ladies, you could do it all in 1 month when you mix the opportunity of e-commerce with your My Shop and in person. And we want you to commit to the kit and do a perfect start January 1st through the 15th. And I want to extend that challenge for you to go on and do 100 practice models before the end of April and just see where this business could take you. You know, when I started in September of 1989, I honestly thought, I just want to see if this business works. And I just wanted to practice, because if I were going to do this once I moved to Nebraska, I wanted to feel professional. So if you're a brand new beauty consultant and you want Mary Kay to be the opportunity of a lifetime for you, like it has been for me and so many others, then I want you to consider practicing. I want you to invite your closest friends and family members in the month of January to help you with a perfect start, and do 5 parties in the first 2 weeks of January and find out how well you like to party. And then take it from there. And then practice doing spa sessions, practice doing color appointments, maybe do beauty bars. We do beauty bars where we take out a few items, maybe a kitchen counter full, or sometimes we go to a room and we rent it and we lay out as much product as we have on hand for people to sample. And they sample the products on their hands and they love it. And they take it home with them. That's the beauty of having an in-home business, an in-person business, is that you can share this wonderful product with your friends and family members, and you can stack it up and let them take those products home. People love to try before they buy. People love to take home what they try. This is the most amazing time in history. This is where you can have a successful business from your phone or in your home, or both. And if you'll do both, you are going to see your numbers skyrocket. Your customers and your preferred customer list are going to skyrocket. You're going to have more customers every time it's time to sign up for the next season's mailing. You're going to have more team members because you're going to be able to offer the opportunity with everyone you share this product with. And when you offer the opportunity with everyone you share this product with, it is the most amazing thing, because those who want to be a part of this amazing company say yes. And those who don't, stay your customers. And either way you win. Did you hear that? So when you are in your home and you're doing a party and you make the sales and you make the deliveries, right? And they take those products home, and then you share with them the opportunity to come on board and be a part of your team. If they say yes, great, you're growing your Mary Kay team. If they say no, great, you win because you have a new loyal customer. And with our new My Shop, we're going to be able to hit every generation at every hour of the day. So if you are one of those people in America that spend 5 to 7 hours on your phone, then you're going to love the My Shop, right? Because you're going to be able to work your business from your phone wherever you're at and continue to share wonderful content and continue to build your customer base through your My Shop. Now, if you're one that loves to work from your home, awesome. You can set up a wonderful little Mary Kay skincare party right in the convenience of your own home and make on-the-spot deliveries and have your sales and cash flow continue to soar. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Plan 7 Architect is a professional architecture program that allows even lay people to easily draw floor.
That's what I'm talking about. With determination and perseverance in the mix, you have unlimited success to look forward to in 2026. Now, are you going to run into a few obstacles? Of course you are. Our world is not absent of obstacles, and neither is your Mary Kay business. But you have a team of people supporting you. Mary Kay Cosmetics in Dallas has put together amazing, amazing tools for you. Your sales directors, your sister consultants, your nationals, your adopted nationals, we are all here for you to continue to encourage you to build your business in 2026. Now, we want you to commit to the kit, right? Commit to the kit on January 1st and go do those 5 parties and just see where this takes you. And I want to tell you one more story, just a story about a gentleman that didn't give up. And I don't know if you're watching and you've been in Mary Kay for over 10 years or 15 years or 30 years. And I don't know if you are brand new. But I do know one thing. This opportunity is for all of us, every single one of us, whether you are a new Gen Z that are just hitting the workforce now, or whether you are a millennial or baby boomer, or a part of the greater generation or the silent generation. I tell you what, this opportunity is available to you, and you can have it all. It just fits. I wanted to, what I'm really obsessed with is true stories in movies. And this year I watched a movie. It's called A Million Miles Away, and it talks about Jose M. Hernandez. And he was a child of a migrant farmer who traveled back from Mexico to California in the fields. And so this young boy, Jose, he dreamed, after watching the movie Apollo 17, of being an astronaut. And so going to school was a little difficult for him because they were always moving from Mexico to California, following the harvest fields. And but he had one teacher that really believed in him and really thought for certain that he had a gift with math and that he was smart enough to be an astronaut. And she fed into his spirit. She breathed belief into him that he could be whatever he wanted to be. And he never gave up. He never gave up. He applied to NASA over 11 times. Over 11 times. And he finally got brought into to NASA, and he worked and he worked and he worked, and he was the first astronaut of that culture to go to the moon. And that story, it's called A Million Miles Away. It is so worth watching. And they also talk about another really cool piece of, I guess, fun fast fact about monarch butterflies, that they actually fly from farther north of the United States to Mexico, and that journey takes them 9 months. And there's different generations of monarch butterflies, and the greater generation of butterfly is the one that lives the longest. They live the 9 months. They make that trek from farther north of the US, clear to Mexico, all the weather, all the dangers. They're a tiny butterfly, and they make it. And it just fascinated me. And I thought to myself, am I as resilient as a butterfly? Am I going to be able to handle all this change that Mary Kay continues to give us? And I thought to myself, yes, I am. I can handle all of this change, and I can commit to a kit, and I can move this product, and I can do this. And you can too. We are resilient. We are resilient leaders. You are a resilient consultant. You can learn new ways of doing Mary Kay. Don't give up on your goal. If your goal is to be a sales director, go for it. If your goal is to have a pink Cadillac one day, go for it. If your goal is to be a national sales director, go for it. If your goal is to be $1 million director, go for it. Be like Jose Hernandez. And never give up. Keep overcoming obstacles. Keep learning something new. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you can have it all. So these are some of the tips from that movie. First of all, you have to know what you want. So set a goal. Set a goal for yourself with this perfect start. What do you want to have happen in this perfect start that you do? And then you have to say, okay, well, how far do I need to go? Well, I need to hold 5 parties in January. And then you're going to think, well, how am I going to do it? Am I going to do it virtual parties, or I'm going to do in-person parties, or I'm going to do a little bit of both? And then you have to say, if you don't know how to get there, I guess you must learn. So if some of you are saying, well, I don't know how to do a party, I don't know how to do an in-person appointment, all of those skills are on In Touch. You can find the skills that you need on In Touch, or with your sister consultants and sales directors. We can teach you. And just when you think you've made it, you need to learn that there's probably something more you need to learn to level up to the next level. And that's what I've loved about my Mary Kay journey, is that the school is never out for the pro. School is never out for the pro, and that this opportunity is available to everyone. Last year in December, our newest sales director, Miglena Gonzaga, had 5 on her roster. This year, in December, getting ready for leadership, she has over 43. The time is now for you to put into action, every one of us put into action the steps necessary for you to do a perfect start and continue on to do power starts and do 100 faces by the end of April, and see where this business takes you. Thank you for being a part of our Boss Babe program. It's your time.
All right. Okay. Before I'm going to come off camera there, or come back on camera. Okay. Before we hit 10 o'clock, I want to give you guys our challenge, and then I want to go back to talking about this. That way, if you have to get off, you know the challenge. Sound good? So our challenge is the Skin Analyzer app. We are almost all of us are going to be hit with some sort of bad weather, or we already are being hit with the bad weather over the next week. Okay. So going out and getting face to face knee to knee, toe to toe with people might not be possible, but that doesn't mean working your business isn't possible. This can be family and friends. If you are a brand new consultant and you don't have customers, and even I've been in for almost 23 years, friends, I can still reach out to my family and friends. I have family and friends that do not use our products. And if they do, well, they're a customer. And that was my next segue or comment is reach out to your customers and say, hey, could you do this for me? And the scripts, when I shared them with Anna and Cynthia last night, my copy paste was way too much to put into Voxer. So this morning I will break that down and I'll put it into Voxer. It'll also be in the Believe Unit page with all of the details about like the scripts to be able to use. But your challenge is over the next week to get 5. You guys could get this done in a day. I know that because I believe in all you guys. 5 of those. And you guys will earn a prize from us. So if you can do voice ones, send a voice memo because then they hear the tone. There's no question. They hear that you're just asking for help. And I too don't use Skin Analyzer app enough. I use it and I love it, but not enough. And I was visiting with one of the ladies on my plane ride back from leadership and sharing about it. And I was able to pull up my photos and get to show them. And it's a super cool feature that I don't think we use often enough. So make sure that you guys let your director know when you finish your 5, because this is going to catapult you into our kit and commit and the booking 8 to hold 5, because you're going to have that. And then you can book them to whether it's in person or virtual, getting them samples, letting them try the product. If you don't have samples and don't want to do it that way, you can still reach out over the phone or over video chat and show the product and say, this right here is what I would recommend based off what you sent me on those screenshots. And here's why, and here's what you're going to see, QVC style or just conversation style. So it is 10 o'clock. So if you have to pop off, and I know a few of you guys have, you totally can, but if you're able to stay on, we would love to be able to talk about what we just watched. And I'll have a couple more little things from leadership nuggets to be able to share. So thank you all for joining us, though, no matter what. All right. So, guys, what did you think? Those of you who get to stay on, do you want to come off mute and let us know what you think? What was your biggest takeaway from Davanne?
I love that she called her 100 faces practice faces, and that
Yes.
makes it a little less scary.
Yes. Yes. And it's confidence building too. So I absolutely love and adore Davanne. I've been able to, she's a national to many of the consultants and directors in the Oregon area. So I was able to glean from her for many years. And I got to visit with her and spend some time. Actually, I'll share later some of the recordings from her directors because I got to go to their event during leadership. And that was really cool to get to sit in and listen and learn from them. But it's confidence. And Sonia Paya has talked about that too, that confidence comes from doing it again and again and again. Like I said, I've been in for 23 years, but I'm still practicing. I think there's a great script I've heard over and over again. And it would be like, Margaret, can I borrow your face? I promise I'll give it back. Okay. It's just practicing. And that's a lighthearted, somebody goes, you want to borrow my face? Like, am I taking it off? How does this work? But it's conversation starter. Anybody else?
I think just like not making sharing the opportunity like a separate thing. And Peggy's always taught me that too, but like not making it complicated and just sharing the opportunity with everyone you share the product with. Like I'm great at the product, but the opportunity part, I'm like get in my head about it and just like eliminating that barrier in my brain, I guess.
You're so right. And I'm looking for my notes because one of the trainings I did, Amelia Fox talked about, we did this popcorn talk. And she said her 4-point recruiting system is that she's doing it during the makeover. So she does, giveaway. I won't get into all this. This is too much for right now, but it's sharing it right then and there and not doing it too. She breaks it down. So she shares a little bit at the beginning when she says who she is and what she's going to share. And then when they're doing the mask, she shares a little bit more. That way it's layering them, but it's sharing all the way through, not necessarily going, well, I'll talk to you about that later. And then you feel like, oh, okay, now she wants to talk to me about that. Like now I feel pressured. It's just sprinkling it in because we love our opportunity. It's so amazing.
For sure.
Anybody else?
This is Tracy. I think that everything she said about like she was going to night school, I love that part because it's like you just have to make that your time to do what you need to do. And if you take that time and block it off and use it to work your business is going to thrive.
You're exactly right. Exactly right. There is a 4 hour work. Oh, Cynthia, you might have to help me out here. I cannot think if it's Tammy Craik or it was somebody who shared their 4 hour thing and it was blocking it off, And if you don't have 4 hours in a day, you could do 1 hour and block it into 15 minutes. But it was booking, checking up with, current consultants, recruiting, getting to make sure, and it's just practicing and it's adjusting it to however it fits in your life and in your schedule. But yes, Tracy, you're right. It was her night school. And so, okay, I'm going to do this. And look what it did. 100 faces in that 4 month time period. And she had earned the use of a car and became a director. And we can do it even faster now. But I also don't want you guys to go, well, I can't do 100, so I'm out. Like if your goal is to do 20, then make that your goal. I need to do 20. Will you help me and let me practice on, will you be one of my 20?
Yeah, I like that. Practice.
Absolutely. Because we are all learning. And even if we know our miracle set, like that is down to a T, or like Anna with her repair set, guys, she's got that down. But
Yeah.
we're always getting new products. And speaking of new products, our Barrier Restore 113, I know Cynthia loves it. It immediately changed right here on your décolleté, right? The red there. I
Yeah.
mean, some people are seeing the results immediately or within an hour and then seeing even better results. What we learned at leadership was that sales are not where they feel they should have been in their projections. So I think it's because we don't learn about our new, we're not asking our customers, Deb, could you let me practice about this new product on you? I'm great with my skincare, but I need to get some more input from friends, customers, family about new product. Will you give me your opinion of this? And it also lets you then check in and learn about it. And I want to say, guys, if it overwhelms you to think 100 faces, if 20 is more your style, do 20. If it overwhelms you and you're like, I'm not looking to grow my business, I don't want to be a director. So I don't want to do this, this perfect start over and over and over again. You could actually just do the perfect start over and over and over again with just your current customers to get to share it with them, because so many of our customers aren't on everything. We want to build our customer base deep and wide. So if you've got 20 customers, look it over what they've ordered. Are they ordering color? Then ask them to talk about the skincare. Are they ordering basic skincare? Then let's talk about all of our supplements. What can you do to help them? Yesterday when I was taking an order, I had a customer who loves the skincare she's on. So she was getting a sample of the microdermabrasion and the revealing radiance facial peel, because that's something that her current skincare is not doing. So there's always a way to be able to, she may love it and want it, and she may not, and that's okay. But I'm at least sharing that with her and building that opportunity.
Hey, this is kind of off subject, but when you share your samples, do you buy all the samples or do you make your own?
So Mary Kay says we're not supposed to, but we don't have samples of everything. So I am a company girl through and through. If there is something I can get, I would recommend getting it. But I do make some of my own samples because if we don't have it, like the Mint Bliss, I sell a lot of it now, but it came from making samples. So
Perfect. Thanks.
yes, yep.
Yeah, say I use all the samples from the company. So, and I'm too
Now what I
lazy
did
to make my own.
and what I did learn was that the microdermabrasion, this was a CDS order I placed last night because with our storm, I knew that mail might go out today, but it might not leave my local post office till Tuesday or beyond. So I did CDS. It will be there probably to her on Tuesday because Oregon isn't getting these big storms that we are, right? But they didn't have the microdermabrasion sample pack. So I paid the extra and sent her, she'll have lots of uses of that. And then I sent her 2 of the Revealing Radiance facial peel. So, yep. Now, our sample packs, I do have to tell you guys, ladies, this is totally off topic. This is the little crimper thing for those foil packs. It actually reminds me of a physical crimper, just a tiny one. But when I went to leadership, I was determined that I was only going in a carry-on. And I am never one that only goes in a carry-on. Like I got my carry-on, I got my luggage, I got my personal item, and I did my oil-free eye makeup remover and micellar water because I did not have those in minis, and I was determined I was not checking a bag. So I actually put the little rounds in there and saturated them and sealed them up, and it actually worked pretty well. So that was something cool and interesting, but that was personal too.
Yeah, I only do carry on.
Yeah, well, I need to be more like Cynthia.
I got it down to a science. I'm like, I don't want to pay for that.
Yes. Well, and my thing, personally, my thing on this trip was that I was landing at like 10:30 or 10:37 or something at night, and the shuttle ended at 11. And I'm like, if I have to go down and get checked luggage, I'm not going to make that shuttle. And I didn't want to have to deal with everything else, you know. Yeah, I can get an Uber, but I just wanted to get that part done. So, all right. Do you guys have any questions? Any more comments about the videos?
Let's see. Kim is trying to join again. She must have got cut off because of the weather.
Ah,
I just have one.
yeah.
The monthly tracking sheet that we use with the sales
Yep.
and sharing appointments. I couldn't find it anywhere. I was looking through Facebook
Okay.
and the
I want to make sure I'm going to give you the right one. Hang on just a second.
I have the one that's in the Boss Babes packet.
So is it the last one? Okay, you've got the one that's in the, okay, it's the very first one that we talked about, the Party Power Girl.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, like the monthly one.
Okay, as soon as we're off this, I will upload that to both Voxer and our Believe unit.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's all I have.
Well, I appreciate it. Anybody have any other questions? You guys, leadership was amazing. There's so much to be sharing, and we're just going to sprinkle it in. That's the thing. If I came home and like shared everything, it's overwhelming because it was overwhelming. It's kind of like career conference and seminar, you know, that there's a lot there, but getting to sprinkle it in and continue to share and just implementing them. So, all right. Now, we haven't been talking about, and we need to add this to our announcements, but career conference will be open soon for registration. So we'll want to be sharing that. And our bling badges, the MKU, that is phenomenal. Not only do you get recognition on your badge, you know, so there's more stuff there that you did, but it also is product knowledge, legal knowledge, business knowledge. If you guys have not done the MKU series on In Touch, I highly encourage you to do it. And if you have and it's been a while, go back and refresh yourself on a little bit. Deb, you want to go where next year? I just talked about leadership, career conference, and seminar. She might not be able to come off mute. Leadership.
Leadership.
Oh, you can. And by
Yeah.
the way, I love your picture, my sweet friend. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it too.
And
Thank
leadership
you so
next
much.
year is going to be warmer. It's going to be in Arizona.
Oh,
Yay. I have
Yeah.
friends in Arizona.
we're in Arizona.
It was
Probably.
either Phoenix or Tucson. I can't remember right off the top of my head.
Yeah, probably Phoenix or what's right next to it? Oh, I can't
cannot
think of it.
remember.
Yeah, it's where Anna's parents are. But it's probably there, I bet. So
I had heard rumors of it, and then last night somebody clarified and they said yes, it is official. So I haven't seen anything from corporate that it's official, but several people were saying, yep, it's now absolutely official. So it
there
was
we go.
amazing.
I can drive there.
Yay. I could have driven to Nashville. Nashville's a 6-hour drive. But with the weathers, I was like, I'm not even going to. I'm not going there. Uh, hubby drove me an hour to the airport, and it was a 4-hour travel. So I was there even faster. And uh, and my friend Kelly, who she was only 2 hours away, so she drove, and she was like, parking was $42 a day. She's like, but that's like my airfare. She's like,
Yeah.
I didn't pay airfare, so I paid parking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
so
Laura, that's right.
so now is Laura on your team, Mary?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Mary, we'll have to do lunch or something
Yes,
with all
with
of your
all
new
my
friends.
Arizona girls. Yes. I was already when this weather came in, Lando and I were at breakfast the other day. This isn't really Mary Kay, but it is. We were like, where should we go that's really warm? And well, we could go to Arizona. Florida had a flight out. It was Thursday. We went to town. And Florida had a flight out on Thursday. I was like, well, we can go home and grab our stuff and we can get to Florida. It's going to be 80 next week in Florida.
Oh, so
all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And Laura, I will get that power up sheet loaded before I do anything else.
okay. All
All
right.
right. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good week.
You
You
too.
too. Bye.